Kingstream Entertainment. Ruslan.
All right, so yesterday's debate, Trump and Biden face off. I reacted to it live. Most entertaining debate I've ever seen. It felt like a SNL debate. I tell you what, that third party Kanye West option doesn't seem so crazy now, does it? All you people that were laughing at Kanye for running after watching that I don't even know what to call it without using profanity. That was something else. Now, I reacted to the whole thing live. I did a post-debate tie-in in terms of who I think won. You can go watch that if you want to. I made my prediction on who I think is going to win this entire thing. And listen, I'm not voting for either of these guys. A lot of you guys want me to, take or think that I take like a firm stand on either candidate. I really don't. I've been equally critical of both of these candidates. I've probably been more critical of Biden and Kamala Harris as of late. And so just to put the chips out there. Now, what I'm going to address is something that I don't see anybody covering. And this is to all my evangelical brothers and sisters, all my folks who voted for your guy, Donald J. Trump, because of a specific issue. I'm not going to say the word just yet, just in case YouTube decides to demonetize me, but a specific issue that it appears like maybe we were bamboozled, right? Maybe we were bamboozled. I don't know, but this is the video you're going to want to send to all your Christian friends and all that kind of stuff. So there's a part of the debate where they're talking about the Supreme Court justice, and they're talking about what influence she will have. And Trump is actually making a good point. He's saying, listen, he says there's consequences to elections. I wouldn't have used the word consequences. I don't think that was a good word to use. But he says there's consequences to elections. I won the last election. I have another 3 months in office after, well, not with, I guess 2 months in office, and I should put in the judge I want to. And Biden is saying, no, we should let the people decide. And it's just like, that's just not how it works, Biden. But they get on this interesting topic that we completely missed. And I wanted to point it out. It really popped out to me in the middle of the debate. Now, why is the Supreme Court judge important? Well, because if we have a more of a conservative Supreme Court, they will pass more conservative laws when it gets all the way up there. And Christians want conservative laws, by and far, evangelical Christians. They're trying to repeal Obamacare. They tried to repeal DACA. And Trump has assigned a ton of judges. He's been in office, for 3 years, assigned a lot of judges. So this is an important issue for a lot of us, but specifically those of us that are Christians. And a lot of folks like in my church voted for Trump kind of on this one issue, right? On this one issue. And he just glossed over it. And no one caught this. And I want to point this out to you guys. You guys tell me what you think of this. I think this is wild. I really do. And check this out. So this is on the, you guys go watch this as a CBS stream. There's more someone want to watch the last 42 minutes on the CBS stream. It's probably a couple, an hour or so of talking before that. But watch this and let me know what you.
The president also is opposed to Roe v. Wade.
Now, did you guys catch that? The president, and how did the audio sound? Did the audio sound okay? Gosh darn it, we keep having these stupid issues with the Wi-Fi. It's not even Wi-Fi. I paid for the most expensive package from Cox. Dang you, Cox, that you could possibly get. And it keeps freaking fading out. And then it jumps back up. And then it fades out. And then it jumps back up. All right, let me know how the audio sounded. The audio sounded okay. I'm going to have to clip this part in the middle of the stream. But is the audio sounding okay when I played the clip? Let me know. Is the audio sounding okay? You need to hardline internet. I do have hardline internet. Russell, what are you talking about? Don't disrespect me like that. I got the hardline. It's right here. Audio is fine. Okay. Audio sounds okay. Here we go. Watch this. Listen closely. Listen closely. It keeps buffering. Okay. I think we got it now. I'm gonna give it one more sec. Sorry, guys, for those of you guys that listen, I got Cox. I got literally the most expensive business plan you could possibly have. It's hard dialed into my computer. I'm not on the Wi-Fi. I just say Wi-Fi because it's like synonymous for internet. Okay, but here we go. I think we're good. All right, watch this.
The president also is opposed to Roe v. Wade.
The president is also opposed to Roe v. Wade. Now watch this.
That's on the ballot as well in the court. And
that's on the ballot as well in the court. What is he talking about? He's talking about the Supreme Court. He's talking about different courts that have Roe v. Wade on the ballot. Roe v. Wade is a obviously a polarizing issue. Is obviously a polarizing issue who a lot of Christians, believers, myself included, we believe life starts at conception, right? We believe life starts at conception. And he's saying the president is opposed to Roe v. Wade. Roe v. Wade gives people the right to end unwanted pregnancies. I'm just trying to word it without saying the word because YouTube will demonetize me. Watch this.
Now, the platform of the Democratic Party is what I
messed up. There we go. 4210.
The president also is opposed to Roe v. Wade. That's on the ballot as well in the court. And so that's also at stake right now. And so the election is already begun.
You don't know it's on the ballot. Why is it on the ballot?
You don't know what's on the ballot. Why is it on the ballot? Okay, so he's saying you don't know what's on the ballot. Why is it on the ballot? Right?
Because
why is it on the ballot? It's not on the ballot.
It's not on the ballot. It's not on the. Did you guys catch that? Biden is saying, Biden is actually appealing to all of us evangelicals, right? And I guess I'll throw myself in there as an evangelical. I don't like the title, but I'm a Christian. I believe life starts in conception. Biden is saying the president is against Roe v. Wade. That is also on the ballot of these courts. The president says, who says it's on the ballot? Let me pull it back just a tad bit. Watch this. This is fascinating. Watch this.
Right now. And so the election is already begun.
You don't know it's on the ballot.
You don't know it's on the ballot?
Why is it on the ballot?
Why is it on the ballot?
Because
why is it on the ballot? It's not on the ballot.
It's not on the ballot. It's not. Roe v. Wade is not on the ballot. Watch this.
It's on the ballot in the court.
I don't think so.
In the court.
I don't think so.
Well,
there's nothing happening there.
There's nothing happening there. There's nothing happening there. Just so you guys don't think it's a deep fake. Guys, this is important. I'm going to pull it back one more time.
Right now. And so the election is already begun.
You don't know it's on the ballot. Why is it on the ballot?
Because
why is it on the ballot? It's not on the ballot.
It's on the ballot in the court.
I don't think so.
In the court.
I don't think so.
There's nothing happening there.
There's nothing happening there.
And you don't know her view on Roe v. Wade.
And you don't know her view on Roe v. Wade.
All right, let's talk. We got a lot to unpack here.
Guys, Biden, the Democratic guy. There we go. Democratic guy is saying the president is against Roe v. Wade. Right? Most Christians would say we're against Roe v. Wade. This is not about how you personally feel. We're just going to just broad strokes. Evangelicals. The folks that got this man elected. He said, the president, he says, you don't know what's on the ballot. There's nothing happening there. There's nothing happening where? There's nothing happening there. There's no plan to overturn it. That is not something he's worried about or he's focused on. This is how he won the evangelical vote. Remember, Trump was I'm going to limit abortions and I'm going to decrease this. And even in the last debate said he's even willing to charge women for doing such. Okay, this is what he said in 2016. This is why a lot of Christians voted. Not because the president, any one president, doesn't hold the power to overturn Roe v. Wade, right? But the logic was, well, he's going to get some Supreme Court justice picks. Why? Because there's a lot of folks that are coming to the end of their life, just like they did. And he's going to get to pick some and put some folks in the Supreme Court. If there are Supreme Courts that are conservative, the logic was, well, maybe we will overturn Roe v. Wade. Shout out to all you single issue voters. You've been bamboozled. He just said out of his mouth, this is going nowhere. There's nothing going on there. This is going nowhere. This is your president. This is your president that Christians rallied for and thought he was going to be the great savior and he was going to be the pro-life president. Okay? He just told you guys outright there's nothing happening there. I don't know how to feel about that. If there's one thing, there's a couple things I could agree with Trump on, and that was one of them, kinda. Massive L. So now, if you're a Christian, not only is he fumbling around to outright condemn white supremacy, which he had the opportunity to do, and he has in the past, to be fair, he has outright condemned white supremacy. So not only is he fumbling around with the proper words to say it, right? And then he says, stand back, stand by. Then he says, yo, That's not on the ballot. I'm going to play it again. I'm going to play it again because you don't got to disagree with me. You disagree with your mans. Disagree with your mans.
Right now. And so the election is all
You don't know it's
begun.
on the ballot. Why is it on the ballot?
Because
Why is it
you
on the
said
ballot? It's not on the ballot.
It's on the ballot in the
I
court.
don't think so.
In the court. Well,
There's nothing happening there.
There's nothing happening there. This is a president, mind you, that once upon a time was a pro-choice Democrat. Was a pro-choice Democrat. Now, I was having a conversation with one of my buddies this morning who voted for Trump in 2016. This was one of his reasons for voting for him. He voted for him. He is voting third party this election. Why? Because of the gaffe with the white supremacy thing, and because he said, listen, this ain't never getting overturned. This ain't never getting overturned. Roe v. Wade's never getting overturned. It's not happening in our lifetime. Now, I've talked about this. Two things to consider for those of you guys that are so focused on Roe v. Wade. Two things to consider. Number one, you guys talk about pro-choice, blah, blah, blah presidents. I read Obama's book. I voted for Obama twice in 2008 and 2012. Most of you guys don't know this. Did you guys know that abortion hit a historic low? Not under Ronald Reagan, not under Bush 1, not under Bush 2. It hit a historic low under Obama. Therefore, the issue becomes much more nuanced based on who's symbolically pro-life or who's symbolically against Roe v. Wade. It becomes more of a nuanced issue. So all of you single issue voters you've been bamboozled. The man flat out told you. It's not like there's nothing there. We're not even worried about it. We're not consumed with it. And you guys have been convinced that this is the guy that is going to overturn it. It's never getting overturned in our lifetime, in my opinion. Now, so one, those of you guys that think that, look at the presidents that actually decrease abortion. Obama, the lowest it's ever been historically. Look that up. Don't take my word for it. Go look it up. Go really do your research on it. Two, how do I think that's going to come to an end? I don't think Roe v. Wade is going to get overturned because why? We have three branches of government. There's a Supreme Court. There's a president. No one person holds that much power to overturn any specific thing that's so embedded and so polarized in our society. How do I think this is going to overturn? And by the way, I do think that by and large, abortion is wrong. And I do think it's not a good thing for society. And I have my reasons for that. But how do I think it's going to get overturned? I think it's going to get overturned like this. Technology, not the government, not politics, technology. What are you talking about, Ruslan? I think within our lifetime, there will become some form of technology that will be so precise and so simple that anybody who doesn't want to have an unwanted pregnancy will not be able to get pregnant. It'll be that focused. Now, there'll always be controversy around it, but those people who don't feel conflicted about birth control will be like, well, listen, I'm going to not worry about it. Right? I'm going to not worry about it because now I can get this thing. I don't know what it'll be, but the technology will be so sharp that it will completely eliminate abortions. There will be no more abortions, and Roe v. Wade will be completely irrelevant because technology, like in a lot of parts of our society that get fixed and get reworked, it's technology, it's innovators, it's entrepreneurs that do it, not the government. So what's going to happen is that's going to happen, I'll say within 50 years, within this century for sure. Something is going to come around and is going to completely eliminate the opportunity for even people to get an abortion because that's how good the birth control will be. So then what will happen? Then we will look back at this era and we will look back at Roe v. Wade and we will look back at all this and be like, gosh, this was a barbaric time that we had. This is a barbaric time that we had. But listen, what do you guys think? Like, I think this is pretty wild. I think this is pretty wild. The man's came out and directly told you guys there's nothing going on there. There's nothing in the process to overturn it. There's nothing happening with that. And how many more people are going to ignore this clip and vote the same way? I'll play it for you guys one more time.
Right now. And so
play
the
for you guys
election
one more
is
time.
You don't know it's on the ballot. Why is it on the ballot?
Because
Why is it on the ballot? It's not on the ballot.
It's on the ballot in the court.
I don't think so.
In the court. Well,
there's nothing happening there.
There's
Donald,
nothing.
And you don't know her view on Roe v. Wade. You
I
don't know
don't
her
know.
view.
Well, all right.
Trump spent so much of the debate appealing to his base over and over. But the time he needed to appeal to the evangelical Christians, he basically dropped the ball here, as he did a lot. But he basically dropped the ball here. I think this is crazy. I want to know what you guys think on this issue. Keep it peaceful. Keep it polite.
King's Dream Entertainment. Ruslan.